What's going on? What's going on, good people?
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing
What's
this
happening?
evening? I'm Lamar, and that's my brother, Casey Fowler, and this is
Yes, sir.
episode 131 of the Foul Language
Hey,
Podcast.
yes,
You
sir.
know?
Like every episode, man. Get the kiddies to bed, man. Put your headphones on if you're at work, because you might just hear some foul language, man. Let's get it, man. Let's go.
Got that right. Roll the intro.
Perfect. Perfect.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we know what time it is. It's the accessory check-in. So, bro, what you got over there, man? What you smoking? What you drinking tonight?
So it's a good night tonight. I am working on my Colonel E.H. Taylor small batch. I picked this up in Augusta. Been waiting to record to drink it. Needless to say, I didn't wait. And yeah. And the cigar to go with it tonight is an old favorite, Drew Estate Undercrown 10, double Corona. Good times, good smoke. It's gonna be a good night. What about you, man? What do you have this evening?
Shit,
Mm.
man. You know, like shit. I got this GTO La Cura that I'm relighting right now. It's not great. It's not great.
Mm.
Um
Damn.
and got some vodka and stuff. So my accessories, man. Let's keep the show going.
One of
Okay.
us is not like the other. I'm gonna have to send you some cigars, man. I'm gonna have to send you like a. You know how they have like what is it, cigars for warriors or whatever, cigars for heroes or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Send one for cigars for retired vets.
That'd be cool.
You just need a care package over there. You struggle busting.
No, I need to go to the store. The one we went to when we was here.
Yeah, you should. You should.
Yeah, it's right down the street. Yeah.
I know. No excuse. No excuse.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, hopefully it gets better, man.
I was gonna say, well, all right, we'll check in later. We'll see how they go.
Yeah,
Hopefully it'll open up and it'll be great. If not, I have a good time.
Fuck it.
All right, everybody. So once again, I think we're gonna finally, now that the weather is cooperating and life is doing something, we might get back to a regularly scheduled set of programming. Maybe I don't know what Papa got going on over there, but
we're gonna try.
We gonna try. This episode is probably a month from the last episode, but they should be back to back airing on here. So we'll see what we got. So with that, we'll start with the Wibble. So, brother, what is best in life for the past month or so?
Oh man, it's a lot of stuff that happened in the past month. But my hair's growing. You know what I'm saying? Dreads is dreading. You know, doing my thing.
So a little gray in there too.
No, ain't damn gray in there.
Oh, I thought I saw some gray on the side.
It's just the light reflecting off of the spray and shit. But what else? Did a Black History Month program with Kevion. He did that. He did a good job at a speaking part. I don't know if you've seen the video or not. I don't know if she put it in the one of them chats. She put it in. I don't remember which one she put it in. But,
unless I missed it, I didn't see it.
Yeah, so did that. I know Keontae got a damn performance somewhere down there at Augusta University. We're going to on Monday. Yeah, so other than that, man, birthday season is still upon us. We just had Keontae's birthday pass. He's 14 now. Dre's 20. Shania's is up next, and she's about to be 18. And graduation is coming up. We went to quite a few Butler games, man. I actually got to see Butler and Glen Hills play, so that was pretty cool. Butler girls, I think they are out of the tournament now or the playoffs, whatever. So they went up state and didn't make it, but some good basketball. It was some good stuff, good environment. I love just being back around in that environment. So that's pretty cool. And tonight we went to karaoke, and it was karaoke. What about you, man? What you been having going on?
Oh man, just craziness, man, is going on. So let's see. Let's stick with the good stuff like we always do. So last episode I had some new headphones. This episode I have some new headphones. So I sat with those for a little bit and they just weren't for me. So if you are in tune to MF and research, by the time this comes out, I will probably have a review of those old headphones, and I'm gonna do a comparison with these. I've already shot them, so there's that. These are Bose Quiet Comforts. So once again, out of my Scrooge McDuck realm right now. So hope these last a long time. I really like these so far though. So these are pretty good. So definitely been excited about these. Um, while I'm talking about MF and research, it's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. Nice and steady growth. I'm actually working with 5 or 6 other creators right now. We're trying to figure out some
Okay.
collaborations and stuff. So we got a meeting coming up next month to figure out what that's going to look
Nice.
like. So that's going to be exciting. Don't know what that's going to look like. It's kind of interesting, but yeah, it's going to be fun. So got that going on. Simone started volleyball again. So we are going, I think, from now until the summer, I believe. And so she actually had a game this morning at 8 o'clock in the morning. Whew. She
Oof, them
won,
games early.
or they won, and
Mm-hmm.
she was a big contributing factor for their coming behind win on the second
Nice,
game
nice,
because
nice.
she got like 6-7 points on serve. So when we were leaving, everybody was like, "Good serving, great serving, great serving."
The server of the South,
The
Simone.
right, the left hand be getting them, man. The left hand be getting them.
I know it.
So that was fun. I think we're getting ready to put Lamar in karate here soon. We'll see what's going on with that. Working on my Gundam stuff, just hanging out. Got some new equipment for both my upstairs to record in, and so I moved some stuff down here. So the lighting is a little different up here, down here now. It's a little better, I think. So got some good lighting downstairs, got some good lighting upstairs, got some good lighting for the road. So a lot of good stuff's going on with that. So just working on trying to make it so I can record and stuff as quickly and efficiently as possible. So that's pretty cool. Work is work again. It pays me. Like I said in the last video, it funds my lifestyle. So let's continue that. Kim's getting a bonus next week, so definitely excited about that. And she's so sweet because she's always like, "What do you want with my bonus?" I'm like, "Baby, spend your bonus on you. It's fine." So I think that's about all, really. I mean, without going into the nitty gritty details of life, but since last episode, the fast was going, the fast is over, obviously based on my accessories tonight. And I mean,
Nope.
that's really it. Watched Solo Leveling before I came out here, so caught up on that. Whew, man. Oh man, this is all right. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Still waiting.
Nah, man, I ain't waiting. Week to week, we watching that. Started a new volleyball anime with Simone. So, not a big sports anime fan. I was telling her, but one of my favorite anime is a sports anime. So we giving this a shot, and it don't seem too bad so far. So it's got that same battle shonen vibe, small guy, underestimated, gonna go do great things because he's got some abnormal skill that helps him benefit or some stuff. So yeah, that I do believe is about it. The weather is finally warmer again, so that's good. We got to get out of these ridiculous freezing temps. So excited about that. And yeah, that is what's best in life.
Shit, it's still 40 degrees over here. Before we move on, I had one more. You said something about anime, so I want to say me and the wife have finished Bastard. I got her in a Bastard,
Oh,
and she's watched
I forgot. I
all
haven't
of
finished
it.
the last season.
Yeah, so she's finished.
How
Oh
how'd that
wow,
last season go?
that's true. It was okay. It was okay.
Well, because see, yeah, because the first season was cool. The
Mm-hmm.
second season was kind of stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think I don't remember there's 3 or 4 seasons, but it got stupid. And so from what I understand, it can get even stupider. So
Yeah. Yeah. But so now I got her in a Castlevania, so she liking that. So that's next.
y'all, where y'all at? The first one, or y'all in
Mm-hmm.
the Bloodlines? Okay,
I'm in the first one. Almost done with the third season, I think.
okay.
But other than that, just waiting on some of the shit to become dubbed and shit like that. And yeah, living life like it's golden.
All we can do, man. All we can do. Okay, so it's been a little bit in the news, and everybody's been talking about it. Probably not as much. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and she's mentioned that she's supporting the Target boycott, and she's a Target fan. So there's calls to boycott Target and a couple other stores, and we won't get into why, because if you don't know, you need to learn about the world about you. Quick Google search will tell you. So figure that out. But yeah. So Kim and I got to talking about it after that, and probably a little bit before that too. Once people started talking about boycotts, and so thought it'd be fun to talk about it tonight. How do you feel about boycotts, and do you feel that they work?
I don't. I think they're a good idea. The intention that is behind boycotting certain things, like they're trying to do the what is it, the economic blackout or something like that on the 28th or something. The method, but I get all that. You know what I'm saying? It's right on them. I feel them, but it's not gonna happen. It's the thing, because I mean, you think about um people who are not well, their money ain't right like everybody else's, and they have to shop at Walmart to find the cheapest deals on this and this and this, and have to go to Sam's to get something for the low end bulk and stuff. I mean, some people got to feed their family, so they really ain't got no choice. Or some people is just hard headed as fuck and ain't with the calls, and it's like, oh yeah, man, that's some bullshit. I'm gonna take my ass to Target and get some popcorn. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna get my shit. I don't give a damn. I love Target. The red shirts is delightful. They gonna sit there and just be all in that motherfucker still. So, like I said, it used to be effective, which we've seen in history books and things like that, because people were united on that same cause, and people are not that no more. Like I said, some people's like, man, dad, I'm gonna go and shop in that bitch all I want to, or it's, man, I ain't with that woke shit, or yeah, fuck everybody, or I'm just don't give a fuck, which I think that's the boat me and you are kind of in right now. It's just like the fuck ever. But I don't really now, I don't think they're as effective as they should be, because I mean, as corporate as everything is now, they get their money, they don't really give a fuck. And that's really my opinion, man. What you think?
So I think they could be effective. I think they could be highly effective. I think
Okay.
given the way that the world can quickly mobilize on a thing and get information out for a topic is unprecedented and can be very effective. Do I feel that boycotts right now work? I think as they're implemented right now, no. And the reason why is not because the boycott in itself. I think it's because what happens with these boycotts is we're going to boycott. Let's say we boycott. Then what? Why? Like, are you going to boycott and do a certain thing? Is there a goal in mind? Do you have demands to come to the table? I mean, because I was talking to the same friend who was talking about the Target boycott, and she was talking about the stock took a hit. And I was like, it did, but did it really take that much of a hit?
All right.
I mean, it took a hit. Yes, it fell, but is it temporary because the market is falling right now? You know what I mean? And so I was like, me on the other hand, I'm like, should I buy some Target stock right now? Is that a thing? Because I mean, I know that greed makes the world go round at this current juncture. So why should I not pay attention to the greed that's going around and try to take advantage of it in the most, how do I put this, in the best way possible without screwing somebody over, like not cheating anybody or anything like that. Just realizing that,
Yeah.
if they're gonna boycott and Target stock's gonna be falling, let's play some puts. Or Target stock's falling right now, let's get some right now at the bottom and let's see what we can do with that. So I mean, I think that's where I'm at with it. I think if there was a strategy of like saying, hey, we're gonna go and like what I would have liked if, okay, so going into it is because of like some of the DEI initiatives, I can say that. But I think if that's the case and that's the boycott you're going to do, and those brands are still in the stores, and you still want to support those brands, some of them you can't buy anymore on their websites. So I would say, knowing how Target, for example, collects a lot of data, and they know that, certain customers, they know what they're buying in very good detail. If we were to be like, okay, we're only going to Target to buy these things, and that's it, I think that's more effective. But even still, you still have to have an end game. What's your strategy? What's the goal? We get to boycotting because you're boycotting, and to tell on folks on social media that you're boycotting, and to make TikToks and Instagram reels and Facebook posts and Twitter
Yep.
posts. And that's what it's for. There's no strategy for what do we want to do. Like, okay, if we have the power, if it's effective, what do we want? What are our demands? Do you want DEI back? Is that what you really want? Or do you want something different? I mean, I don't know. So I don't necessarily think
Yeah.
in its current implementation. I mean, and I said the same thing like with all the like Black Lives Matter stuff. Like, I get the intent, but tell me, what do you want? Like, what do you want to be done? And not you can't be like, I just want things better. You have to have concrete things that can be measured, that can be actionable, that you can actually say, we've achieved these 10 goals.
I agree.
And again, when you follow the dollars, it don't it looks at, it's a different view of it all if you follow the dollars. And that's something we can talk about a little more later, but following the dollars gives you a whole different perspective of it all.
Interesting concept. Follow the dollar.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's all I got, man. You got anything else?
No, man. Y'all just tell me what y'all think, man. Are y'all boycotting? Or y'all not boycotting? Do you care? Put some in the comments, man. Let us know something.
All right, man. How are those accessories treating you tonight? Are they any better?
I mean, it's just it's just it's
It
bland.
is what it is.
Kind of like chicken wings we ate at karaoke today.
Yeah,
They just
you need to
fried them.
relight that.
Yeah, this some bullshit. But
Yeah,
anyway,
no smoke
I'll
came
give
off that just then.
nope. It didn't. It didn't. It didn't. I was in, like, what the fuck. Anyway, the vodka's the vodka. Nothing special, nothing better, nothing worse. It's just the vodka. How about yours?
Mm-hmm. Not too bad. I'm about to touch my cigar real quick. I think I'm out of butane out of this guy. Finally, it's lasted for months, but it's good. Cigar is good. The whiskey is good. So the issue that I had with E.H. Taylor before, when I tried it, is I know how much it could get during the height of the bourbon craze. Bourbon prices are starting to come down again, but during the high bourbon hype, I tried to buy this bottle in Augusta a few years ago, and they wanted like $300 for it.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I remember that.
yeah, for $300, there is no way. But for the price, for regular price, it's not bad. It's just not great. And at this price, I would get something else. That one I had at your house, the Widow Jane, that was like $100.
Yeah.
That was well worth the price. This was cheaper than that, and I don't necessarily recommend it for. I wouldn't pay more than what I paid for it, but it's not horrible.
But that's what's up, man. I'm glad yours is shaping up and shaping out to be pretty delightful. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna keep doing what I do and hope for the best. You never know, it might surprise me. Doubtful, but hey, you win some, you lose some, but you live. You live, fight another day.
Live. All right, Pops.
Y'all check back with us. Well, it is a, I guess, important attribute to being a man, which is the ego. Do you think this is something that a man should really, like, I guess, overindulge in their ego, if you will, or you know what I'm saying, or like let the ego overtake a man, or is the ego important as a man? What do you think?
So one of my favorite books is by Ryan Holiday, and I've talked about it before. It's called Ego is the Enemy. And to say all of that, I say no. I mean, like you just said, is believe that to be a man and to be successful, your ego game has to be on point. And I think my honest opinion, based on what I've seen, is having that ego is a flawed character trait, if you will, because you make a lot of dumb decisions out of ego. I find I've learned since I read that book, really, when you take your ego out of the situation, you get so much more. Not physically, materialistically, but there's so much more in a situation. Like you see situations differently. Um, like you realize that you really ain't the center of the universe. You really ain't that important. And once you start to realize some of that in your day to day interactions with people, things start to change. I mean, people still gonna piss you off, but I don't think ego is necessary. I think you need to be confident. Yes. I think you need to speak up for yourself. You need to stand up for yourself. But some people take that too far and take that as a form of being egotistical because I got to beat on my chest and be the biggest gorilla in the room. That ain't what I feel like is necessary. I think as a man, you need to handle your business, do what you need to do. But I don't think that you need to have this huge inflated ego. I mean, granted, you see it all the time. It's celebrated, it's glorified, and all that shit. But I think that to have an inflated ego is a detriment to your growth as a man, I guess I'll say. And that's pretty much where I feel on it. I mean, I won't get into quoting the book per se, but ultimately, if you look at a lot of situations that have gotten you in trouble, I mean, and I give you an example. You out and about, somebody steps on your shoes in the club, right? Your ego could get you reeling up at that person, about to fight them. You don't know what they got on their hip. You don't know what they got in their trunk. And it could cause a situation over something on some shoes. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
when you really think about it, how much do shoes really cost? And are them shoes worth your life? I mean, don't let yourself be disrespected, of course. But I mean, 9 times out of 10, if someone steps on your shoes in the club or someone does something to offend you, it's not always intentional. And I think when you take your ego out that situation, you can look at it from a different viewpoint and realize, were they really out to get you, or was it just an accident and they were short sighted? And once you look at it from there, you can approach those situations differently. And when you realize that they weren't out to get you, you can say, it's cool, man. No worries. You stepped on my shoe. It's all good. They got shoe cleaners for that. I can get these shoes replaced. I got another pair. Hell, I ain't tripping. So, I mean, I think that's the thing. I mean, you see ego so many times. Nah, that motherfucker disrespect me. I mean, we've all said it. Okay. And then what's gonna happen 10 days from now? Like if you look at it, and the thing that the exercise that I use before I try to let my ego get bruised or anything is, if in a month from now, am I even gonna care? And if I realize that I'm not gonna care in a month, I don't even worry about it. So what do you think, man?
A couple of things, I guess. First off, the ego gets you in a lot of fucking trouble, man. That's why a lot of people get locked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it
That's why a
is.
lot of people end up dead. You know what I mean? That ego is dangerous. I mean, okay, you gotta have just a little bit of that swag. You know what I'm saying? To finesse a little bit or do whatever it is you
Mm-hmm.
do to get ahead of life, but you can't let that ego pretty much consume you. It kind of gets in the way. You don't really
Mm-hmm.
see the real person you are when you let that ego get in front of you. So it's like it's really detrimental, really, your ego. I think a man should have it, but that's something that you should like keep in the lower fucking recesses of your brain or some shit, and just like hold it
Mm-hmm.
right there and keep fucking pushing. Because once you feel like you said, you step on my shoes. Oh shit, he stepped on your shoes. Ain't nobody paying no attention, but in your mind, you feel like everybody's saying, "Ooh, that motherfucker stepped on your shoes." So
Mm-hmm.
now you feel
Mm-hmm.
like you gotta motherfucking do something about this shit, and it turns into this, and it turns into that. Or you playing a fucking sport, and you just feel like you the best fucking 3-point shooter alive. So you just gonna shoot that bitch when you got like 5 people on you. You still gonna fucking shoot.
Mm-hmm.
That's your ego getting in the way, and that fucks up everything because you end up fucking losing. I guess
Mm-hmm.
the moral of that story is ego, my brothers. You end up losing. So you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
man.
you are gonna have it. You can't completely get rid of your ego at
Sure,
all. It's impossible to
sure.
get rid of, but it's not impossible to control your ego. Like when you feel that swelling up, you know what I'm saying? It's
Mm-hmm.
whatever fucking Black Widow said, the fucking Incredible Hulk. I don't fucking remember. Say that bullshit in your head or something.
Sun's getting low. Sun's
Yeah,
getting low,
yes.
big guy.
Yeah, the sun's fucking getting low, big guy. Like try that shit or something before your
Mm-hmm.
ego gets you in a situation that you can't
Mm-hmm.
motherfucking handle. Cause the type of person I am now, long as you ain't fucking with my family or putting your hands on me, I really don't give a fuck. I don't care like at all because I will shoot you in the face. So just go about your business, please. And just leave me to my own devices. Let me look like that old motherfucker that's just walking around chilling and shit. But put
Mm-hmm.
your ego down, man, and you'll see yourself in a new light actually. And
Mm-hmm.
by putting your ego away and like really seeing who you are, it's actually a
Mm-hmm.
real amazing feeling, man. So that's
Yeah.
really all I got.
Right. So when you were talking, it made me think about another quote from, and I'm gonna mess it up, but if you're in the financial space, one of the main voices in like finances and personal finances is Dave Ramsey. And one of the
Hmm.
things he says a lot of times is you spend money you don't have to impress people you don't know. And that's ego right there. That's nothing but your ego. And I mean, I see shit like people buying bottles. Like, have you ever seen on social media those bottle battles where it's in the club where it's like this table go buy a bottle and says this table buy a bottle, this table buy a bottle, and because this table buy a bottle, this table buy a bottle,
Yeah.
and they go back and forth buying bottles to see who can buy the most bottles. They ain't even drinking the bottles; they just buying the bottles to say that they can buy
Yeah,
bottles. That is dumb, egotistical shit.
shit.
And
Bro, it was a Quentin thing.
mhm.
Matter of fact, happy belated birthday to my dog too. We went and celebrated with him on Monday, but everybody else had bottles on the tables and shit where we was at. Me and my wife had our little cups, motherfucker. We weren't worried about no goddamn bottles. Shit, we
What I'm
said fuck
saying,
that.
man, you get
Yeah.
into that. Can I afford a bottle when I go out? Yes. Am I
Mhm.
going to? The only way I'm gonna buy a bottle is if I'm out. If it's a bunch of us, if it's a good size of us, and I know we gonna finish the bottle. You know what I'm saying? If
Right,
it's some,
right.
but I would so much rather go to the house and buy that same bottle without the club markup
Yeah,
and drink that at the house. I mean that's my whole thing is they play on your ego. I mean, and that's why like if you go to the clubs now, especially when you bring a bottle out, the girls bring it out with the bikinis on or the short shorts and whatever, and there's sparklers and all that. There's a whole presentation about it, so they can be like, oh, who's buying bottles? And again, that's ego right there. And look at what you again. I always go to the opportunity cost. If I spend $300 on a bottle, what could I have done with that $300 more efficiently? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
I could go buy some Target stock for $300 and
Yeah.
and make
Flip
my
that
money
shit.
back a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
later. Right. Than me messing around trying to be choose try to pretend like I'm the
Mhm.
richest person in the club. And
Mhm.
I'm probably not. Nor do I want to pretend like I am, because that's also how you get robbed.
Yeah. Yeah, I put my ego to the fucking side that day too. Realized that clubbing and shit, that's not my jam. I'm like,
Mhm.
those days is done.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
moving
'Cause
on
I don't even know the music
to
in the club anymore. So
bro. We knew 3 songs. We knew 3 songs.
I
Like,
don't even.
yeah, it's time to go. But you know what I'm saying?
I'm
You
like,
you
give me the
gotta.
old school block.
But once you could do something like check that ego, it's not like, with like I said with the
Hmm.
club, like, yeah, I'm still that nigga out here, you know what I'm saying? I could woot, 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 woot. Hell no, man.
Right.
I told the wife I'd rather go to like Dave and Buster's and Top Golf and fucking Chuck E. Cheese and fucking watch movies and shit like that. Fuck all that.
Hmm.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. Like no
Right.
shot at anybody who's still out there getting it, but I'm good, man. I was out there for quite some time. And ready to move on, man. And I was able to see that by putting my ego to the side, man. So you guys just try it.
Hmm.
Try it.
Hmm. And like I
Get
said,
better.
read "Ego Is the Enemy." It's a great book, man. Great book. I might read it again.
Word, word.
So before we go, I thought about it. One more thing we can talk about a little bit. Your ego can destroy your relationship in a couple of
Mm,
ways. I mean,
yeah.
one, you won't admit when you're wrong. You won't, be able to listen to criticisms, whatever. You always feel like somebody's out to get you. Or the other side of it is too, you can be like, yo, I'm the baddest man out here. I got all this game. I can go get whoever I want and get the baddest chicks, multiple. Especially if you got somebody good at home, man. You gonna mess that up because you got this inflated sense of self thinking you the man and you can get every woman out there. And even if you can, so what does it do?
Indeed. Indeed. See, I put that shit down, man, because that shit just leads to herpes and babies that you didn't want.
Yeah, man. Herpes.
just,
Hey,
so just
oh
think,
man.
man. Just think. Just think.
Yeah.
Figure out who you are first. Easier said than done. Trust me, I know it. Cause I had a
Takes
fucking
time.
ego that was huge as fuck. Boy, you couldn't tell me shit. But I had to learn. So you
Mhm.
can too.
Don't be confident, but watch your ego.
Absolutely.
And there's a fine line. It takes some time and experience.
Yep.
All right. We just saw the new Captain America movie, and we thought it was okay. We thought it was okay. We may talk about that as we talk about this topic a little more, but a lot of things you hear didn't get the best reviews on it, and I can see some of the criticism, but a lot of people are like, oh, Marvel should just stop, they should quit, they don't know what they're doing, yada 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 yada. And so do you think that Marvel should stop what they're doing, reassess, or what do you think?
Absolutely. They need to take some time off. They need to take some time off. I know they got this timeline all the way to damn near like 2032 or some shit. But they need to take some time off, strategize and figure out a new fucking way to bring this thing back to life like they used to. Because I mean, the superhero thing is kind of played now. My personal opinion, anime and the fucking little shows on Netflix and stuff like that starting to take over the world. So it's like they're not really. I don't know. For me, it's not. For me personally, it's not that exciting. It's always the same shit. You're gonna get the dry
Mm-hmm.
ass fucking comedy. You're gonna get the action here, action here. Oh, here's the part where they're fucked up. Oh, it's really fucking predictable now. And it's like
Mm-hmm.
who really gives a fuck? Like I was so disappointed with the last Venom movie. And that
Mm-hmm.
was supposed to be the last one they did. That shit was fucking boring, man, predictable as hell. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like,
I hadn't seen it yet.
yeah, I'm like, it's time for them to figure something else out. Like, don't do World War Hulk if y'all ain't gonna do it right. Like, just leave that shit alone. First of all, now the Deadpool joint was decent. It was
Mm-hmm.
decent, but it was Deadpool. But I mean, other than that, not really. I don't even want to see no more Deadpools. That shit over with for me too. But yeah, I think they should take a break, about 4-5 years maybe, and then come back hard. What do you think?
I don't think so. I think they should keep going. Maybe not what they're doing now, because I think what happens is there's two things that happen. I think once it's on one side is on the Marvel side, and the other side is on the fandom, if you will. So
Mhm,
the on the Marvel side, I think what's going on is they're trying so hard to do too much. So I think they should tell a cohesive story, get a cohesive storyline, and tell good stories first. Like focus on the good story first, and not like, oh, we got to make sure it ties into this, and we got to make sure it ties into that, and it does this,
okay,
and we give this fan service. Because I mean, if you think about it, there's still a lot of good comic book stories. Comic books have been around for like 100 years at this point, and there's a
mhm,
lot of good stories you can tell. There's a lot of good standalone stories that you can tell that they're not telling. They'll borrow from, like you mentioned, World War Hulk. That's a fantastic story. They've already borrowed some of it already, and
yeah,
but you
they
can
did.
still. There's a lot you can do with that. I mean, there's things that they could have done um, to help that. Because even with Captain America that we just watched, it was like we're gonna use this as a reason to tie up a lot of the Hulk storylines, and
Mhm,
I think so. You went back way back to like the last Hulk movie, and they tied up a lot of those storylines, and they tied up some stuff with Eternals and stuff like that. And they're bringing in some other stuff. And I mean, that's cool to a degree, but don't make that the whole movie. I mean, part of that movie was you didn't really have a true villain for Sam Wilson, Captain America. But the story, like if you paid attention to when Sam Wilson became Captain America in the comic books, you really play into, they touched on it a little bit in the movie, is him not feeling adequate enough as Captain America, also being black and a Captain America and just what that means. So
Mhm.
they touch on it a little bit, but that could have been the story instead of all this Hulk shit. Like, why in the fuck do you have the Red Hulk in a Captain America story? There is no situation where it makes sense where Red Hulk should be going toe to toe with Captain America by himself. That just don't even
Mm.
make sense. So, I mean, and I think that's the point that they get into is like, oh, let's do this. They like the Hulk. We can give him the Red Hulk. Let's do that. Instead of just telling a good story. Like, you could have made it, he could have fought an evil, or there's an organization in there that he was interacting with. That could have been the whole villain. But a lot of people say that um, there were reshoots and recuts and multiple storylines that seems like they could have been in there. And I think that's the problem. I think they
Mhm.
don't focus on telling a good story. And I think that's the issue. And really what I also think you need to do is get out of the boardrooms, get out of the committees, and look at those, get those people reading those comic books and understanding like what made stuff work and what makes stuff fail. Like, what do people like? What do people not like? And then the other side of that, on the fandom side, is I think everybody's expecting everything to be like Avengers Endgame. And I think the problem with that is there was a 10-year build up to Avengers Endgame and
Yeah.
Infinity War. There was a
Mm.
lot of build up, and I think because of that, the bar got set so high that you everything's like, oh, this is a failure, or they get so like the first Thor movie sucked to me. The first Captain America was boring to me. The first Iron Man or so was kind of meh. The second Iron Man was only so so. I think the third Iron Man wasn't even that great. I mean, really, when you think about it, it's Captain America, Civil War, Captain America, Winter Soldier, um, the last Thor, the third Thor movie, Black Panther, the Avengers movies, some of Guardians of the Galaxy. Just those are like they set that bar so high. And then I think also, like I said before, Chadwick Boseman dying and the issues with the guy who played Kang the Conqueror. I don't know why my brain went blank on who he
Jonathan
is right now.
Majors.
Yeah, Jonathan Majors. I don't know why I couldn't think of his name right there. I think those two things messed them up and how to course correct. Because even Ant Man was better than I expected, but it wasn't that great.
I
So I
still
think
ain't
that's
watched that.
you ain't missing nothing really.
I
To
didn't
be
think
honest
so.
with you, they were better than I thought they were going to be. Because I mean, I didn't care about Ant Man in the comics, but it wasn't horrible, it wasn't great. But and then it's like things that fans look for are good things, and you don't have to try to switch that up. Like there's
Yeah.
certain characters that they made certain changes with. Like a lot of people get mad about if they change the race or the gender and stuff like that. Whatever. We've talked about that before. But sometimes they've changed like core motivations of characters, core backgrounds of the characters, core issues with the character, and that's part of the thing that makes those characters good. And that's what I think is missing a lot of times. And so I think when you factor those two things together, I think that's what they need to retool and take some time and not try to be pumping, like you said, all those movies out. Let's focus on one or two good movies for right now. You don't have to stop completely, but let's make sure that the movies that we have tell a good, tight,
Hmm.
cohesive story. Just like they're bringing back Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
Not a big fan of that, but there's a way where
Wasn't
that could
either.
work. There's a way it can work if you tell a good story with it. There's a couple good storylines that you can use with that to make it a good story. And I think they are going to use Secret Wars, but you got to be careful with that, not mess it up. So I don't know. I mean, and I think Doom has a run right now in the comic books that's pretty cool right now because I heard him talking. It was a cool like monologue where he's basically like he pulls all the Avengers, and he's like, "Yo, y'all have all this power, and what are y'all doing with it? Y'all haven't stopped world hunger. Y'all haven't stopped crime. Y'all haven't stopped violence. Why?" And like deal with some of those arguments. And like you were talking about how anime is kind of eating the Marvel movies lunch and stuff right now. And I think that's one because they tell good stories. Two,
Yeah.
they don't try to force things where they're not there. And three, they don't treat the viewers as stupid. Like, and I think that's where Deadpool worked. I think a lot of the Marvel movies are trying to make them PG-13 so you can get more butts and seats.
Yeah.
Deadpool was a rated R movie. It was true to the character. It was you had nods to people who knew the lore. You did put a little more stuff in there, and it was just a good story for what it was. I mean, it wasn't the best ever, but I mean, it knew what it was doing and it focused on that. So I think that's what's missing, and I think that's what they need to get back on. So okay, I'm done on my nerddom superhero soapbox right now.
Yeah, man, but Marvel was the shit when Marvel was the shit, man. I disagree with you on the Thor and the Captain America. I enjoyed both of those. I think
Which ones?
the actually all of them except for the last one, Love and Thunder or some shit. I didn't like that
Love
one,
and Thunder
but,
sucked. The
but the
third
rest of them were
Thor
okay
was
to me.
good. Dark World was terrible.
It was I thought it was alright.
Yeah, Dark World was trash. And then the other thing, they kill out their villains, and so you can't bring them back.
And I like that. I'm gonna kill
I
them off
don't.
and let's move on to the next motherfucker. Don't I'll be back one day or fuck all that shit. Kill that
I
motherfucker.
mean, it doesn't, because think about like Loki was the original villain, and think about his growth and his path and the things that they were able to do with Loki. Like the Loki show was a good show because you didn't kill him off.
I
Finally,
still ain't started the second season because they were saying way too many big words at that time, and I was inebriated. So I said, nope, I don't get it.
I
We're done.
I didn't watch it either. I kind of forgot, so we might go back and watch it now.
Yeah. She-Hulk was garbage. That was not good. Like
See,
the
I heard that
shows they're
too.
doing are not great. I
Yeah,
know the new Captain America and the Winter Soldier joint that was alright. That was alright.
it was all right. A lot of people didn't like it, but
Um,
it was all right. It was small scale, and I
yeah,
think that's what you need
yeah,
to do with
mm-hmm,
him for right now.
yeah. Like build that shit up. Build that shit up into something fucking amazing because
Hmm.
they do got the potential to be amazing, but they need to stop and strategize for a second.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Keep can't just keep fucking going and going and going without a good
Hmm.
solid fucking strategy. Like
Yeah.
start over.
I mean, and what happens in comic books all the time is every time it gets crazy, it gets bloated or whatever, they figure out a way to do a reboot.
Yeah.
And so they've done it with Secret Wars on the DC side. I mean, on the Marvel side, what is it, New World or something that they did? They did on the DC side, they did I think I forgot what that's called right now. It happened in like 2010. So, and then they did a Flashpoint. They did. I mean, there's ways to reboot the universe and kind of start over. And I think that may be what they do now that they have Fantastic Four and X-Men. I mean, you have to introduce
Mm-hmm.
Animanium. Fantastic Four is coming. They're in a different universe. They're going to bring in Galactus. So I think there's so much you can do with that if you just take the time.
If Fantastic Four bombs again, bury that shit. Do not bring Fantastic Four back again.
See, I don't think they will. And the reason why I say that is because people consider Fantastic Four the first family of Marvel. I am not a Fantastic Four fan at all. I never have been, never will be. I mean, they
I
have
mean,
like
I like
one good
Thing or what was
storyline to
his
me.
name? It's
It was
Clobber
a thing.
Time. What was his
Yeah,
name?
it's a thing.
Yeah, I liked him, but
Yeah, it was a thing. I mean, because with the Fantastic Four, like there's a storyline with their son Franklin Richards. If you bring
mm,
Franklin Richards in, and there's a storyline where he ends up making Galactus his herald, that story is so good, man.
interesting.
There's so much stuff that they can do that if you just respect the viewers, I think you can get there.
Mm, but we're gonna see what they got, man. I'm not paying no movie ticket prices for anything Marvel right now. I'll wait and catch it when I catch it and see if I like it then. But we'll see. Marvel fans, let us know what's up, man. What y'all
Mhm.
think? What y'all like? Hell, what y'all excited about that's coming? Put something in there about that too, man. Me,
Mhm.
I don't know who it is, Disney and Marvel, but the X-Men joint need to go ahead and come back, and they need to
Mhm.
stop playing, figure that shit out. Whatever I need to do, bring that shit back, man. 'Cause that shit was fire.
Oh, the show, yeah. But
Yeah,
see, and that's
hell yeah.
another one where you told a good story, you
Mm-hmm.
respected the audience, and that's why it was successful. It was a good story first, and
Amazing
then they
job.
focused. Yeah, yes. I mean, it had your moments. It had your comic book
Mm-hmm.
moments. It had Wolverine getting his adamantium ripped out by Magneto. I mean, that was
Yeah, that
great.
shit was crazy. Yeah,
But you had a good story.
yeah, but Avatar about to take over the world right now, though. Avatar: The Last Airbender, that shit's about to take over the world. They got the new one about to drop. They
The
got a
live
couple of
action,
movies about to drop.
they
No, they
can.
got
I think they're
the
doing the
animated
animated one.
one.
Really?
Yeah, new season, but yeah, it's
Oh, I
gonna
know
be
that.
a Earthbender Avatar who has a twin.
I'm gonna have to look that up because you be
No, like I like, and they got a movie coming out too.
yeah, I know a movie's coming out.
This with Aang when they grown.
Okay, yeah, I see it. The series is greenlit.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, let's see. No, they just announced it too.
Yep.
Avatar, Seven Heaven Times, 20th century anniversary. Yeah. Okay, that will
Yeah,
follow a
nigga.
new Avatar. Okay, yeah, okay. I
I
respect
know how
it,
to look
bro.
up information now, nigga.
You
God damn
you
it.
you've come a long way. Your sources are good now, so good job. I'm proud. Because boy, sometimes. So yeah, so that should be interesting. But
But
yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
man.
anime
We'll
too.
see.
I mean, anime is. Whew. I told
Yep.
Kim I don't even want to watch regular TV no more. I just want to watch anime.
Yeah, I go back and forth, man. I go back and forth. I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to, but I get
Yeah.
caught up in that, or caught up in not watching shit at all. But besides that, fucking video games is fucking
Mm-hmm.
going nuts right now too, man. It's gonna be the year of the samurai around this bitch, because they got some fire ass shit coming out, and I can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
But I know we're getting off topic and shit. But
That's
yeah,
cool.
Marvel, just take a break for a second, come back with that
Yeah.
fucking fire, and
Yeah.
let's see what we got.
All right. So, before we start doing it too early, how are your accessories treated, man?
It's a cigar, man. I mean, average kind of cigar. What didn't taste bad or
Mm-hmm.
nothing. It's just it burnt stupid. And now it's flowering right now, but
Yeah.
it's smoked okay. And
Mm.
the vodka was the vodka. Always tasty, man. Always tasty. How about yours, man? What all
Um.
your finery and stuff over there?
So the Taylor by itself, I wasn't as big of a fan. With the cigar, I like it more. So it's definitely one. If you're a cigar smoker out there and you got a bottle of Taylor, put them together.
Mm,
Definitely recommend that. The cigar, it's got a little knot, so the draw's a little bit snug. I may hit that with the perfect draw, but overall, I mean, it didn't impact it too much. But it's still a pretty decent cigar. I mean, it's a Undercrown 10, one of my favorites. So it still didn't let me down, but I've had better, but it's still a good cigar. I'm doing better than you are. I guess I'll say that.
mm. Here's what it is. Hell, fuck it.
All right, man. You got anything else for the people before we wrap up?
But yeah, like I said, gentlemen, especially you young gentlemen that may or may not watch or hear this at all, but check your egos, man. And just live, man. Fuck it. If it ain't that fucking serious, just let that shit fucking beat, man. Don't let your ego get in the way that cause you to lose your life for your freedom. And that's about it, man. Hotep my
All right, my turn, I guess. So, um, media and the news and everything is designed to keep you upset and in an uproar. So, step away. If you feel yourself getting stressed out, you feel yourself getting annoyed, you feel yourself getting aggravated, have yourself feeling hopeless, step away. Find a hobby. We talked about hobbies a few episodes back.
Yep.
Pick up a hobby, do something like that. Step away from those things that stress you. Have a plan, know what you're gonna do in a given situation, and things will be fine. And like you said, check your ego at the door. And that's all I got.
Sure.
So with that, episode 131 is in the books. As always, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. And we out.
Yeah.